Live from the studio audience. Earlene is here with me today. And Sean. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sean.
No,
Hi, Earlene.
That's our camera, right?
Over there. Yeah, he's good. Welcome back. So, how was your weekend, Earlene?
Oh, I had a great weekend.
What did you get into?
Well, one of the things that happened, so normally I use my weekend as a reset time, because I'm so busy down here.
Sure.
All the other days of the week. And then Sunday, usually I go to church and, all that sort of thing.
Right.
And I do food prep and just kind of laundry and that kind of stuff. Well, a friend of mine that I haven't gotten to talk to in a long time, she's like, hey, meet me at Miguel's at 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Eddie called, and when I answered the phone, he's like, hey, where are you? And I said, well, I'm still at Miguel's with Angie. And he said, still? And I said, well, what time is it? And it was 6:05.
Y'all must have been catching up.
We were. And, I don't think we would have stopped talking then if he hadn't called and interrupted us. I mean, we had...
Yeah, because Eddie will stay at the shop and work at the shop until he finishes the project. And
he
probably
loves
have to pull him off sometimes too, right?
I know, but he was looking for me.
That's fine.
Well, it was good because we're both teachers. She's finishing up her master's, and I can relate to lots of things that she's talking about. And we were just comparing educational things and lots of stuff.
Well, I know y'all are actively slapping stuff together to put it all together and make the puzzle come together for the newspaper. There's something new on the paper this week, isn't there?
There is. So first of all,
should we tell everybody, or should we just wait and tell them to go to that? There is a secret surprise on the front page.
Let me give them a teaser.
Go ahead.
Let me give them a teaser. So first of all, this is our dummy, and that's literally what it's called. That's
what are you calling dummy?
Don't give me the opportunity to do so, Stephen. But anyway, and that's the technical term for it. Even still, now in 2025, we call this the dummy, and it's where we tape together the newspaper so we can kind of eyeball it before we take it.
Sure.
Well, so what I want to say is what was old is back again. How's that?
That's a good teaser.
That's a good teaser. You're going to have to pick up the paper to know what I'm talking about. But there is a large population of you that are going to say, I told y'all to do that. And so we did. So there you go.
Wasn't because you told us to. It was because we had to go through some cyclics. But I think we're very good.
We did.
Yep. So
and I'm not...
good.
And that's what I said. I said in the story somewhere in there that we do not regret. We have zero regrets.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the feedback this week.
Me too. I'm excited as well. So anyway, so we've got that going on front page. Pick up your paper. I'm not going to tell you too much, but you need to read the story about the Meade County Safe Haven baby box. It's the 50th. It's the 50th one in the state of Kentucky. And so it's a really big deal. First of all, that's a great milestone, 50. And then on hand, we had the lady who's the founder of the Safe Haven boxes was actually here to dedicate this one. And she told her story. She was actually an abandoned baby. And so that's where she got the idea to start doing this, and she was in Indiana. It's a great story. So you guys get that, pick that up and read that. Another thing that... because
I'd like to get them on the podcast and
I would too.
Just do a full-on talk about it.
And that's another thing. If you're watching, I am making a list right now through May of guests I want to have on the podcast. And so, it's Tuesdays at 2, so you'd have to have time to be able to come over on a Tuesday at 2 o'clock and meet with us. And then, but yeah, I'd like to have a lot of different things. And you don't have to be like saving the world or anything big like that. We're interested in everybody. No matter who you are, you matter. And no matter what you do, it's important. And so we just would like to sit down and talk about that. We love talking to our neighbors. We love talking to everybody from all walks of life because that's news. We're home. Meade County is our home. Home is in our hearts. And anybody who lives here or has anything to do with facilitating Meade County in any way whatsoever is important to us.
And if there's any hesitancy, if any of you all are nervous, let me tell you, Steve and Earlene, they make it really easy, and they make it really stress-free as well. So come on out, y'all.
Thank you for that. One of the things that's also on the front page this week is the 1st Brigade Spartan Ranger Challenge happened. And we were tracking that for a while, since November or so. It got in our calendar. And so we sent...
it's a fun event.
Yeah. We sent one of our writers out there, and she spent the day with them, got to be involved in all that. And so I read the story. I didn't realize how challenging it is. I was like, holy
These
smokes.
kids are all in high school.
No, this year they let some college kids in
Oh,
for the
that's
first
good.
time. It's the first time they've ever done that. So they let a couple of college
good.
ROTCs in, and they actually let junior ROTC come and watch, but they didn't really participate in the challenge. Like they let them do that thing. I don't know what it's called. You know when you tie a rope across the creek and you have to like do it upside down?
Bridge crossing.
Did you ever do that? So the first one has to like swim the water,
Carry the rope.
get over there and tie it up.
Yeah, we don't shoot an arrow across and it sticks to a tree and you just go across with the lightest person. No, you have to grunt work it over. And of course, you want to get it tied high enough so that you're not sagging in the water and coming out all soaking wet by the time you get to the other side, but then you rope pull over to the other side.
So here's my question. The person that takes it over, so they get it, they're a strong swimmer, I guess. They swim over, tie it up. That's their job. Do they ever have to do the back and forth?
No, because they already swam across.
So that's all they had to do.
Yep, they got to be a good knot tire.
That's the job I would want. I want to swim across and tie it up. I don't want to do
the
the
good
upside
thing
down.
is if you can't make it across and it's a strong current, you're just going to be a bobber because they'll pull you back with the rope. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, I will say this: Texas A&M University, their Alpha team, they won first place.
it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. My daughter's on staff at Texas A&M.
I had a good friend that was the commandant of Texas A&M,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
General
So
Michaelis. Yep,
I thought that was kind of cool.
very cool.
Another thing I want to talk about a little bit was the last issue. We published all of the February birthdays that we had collected for the month of February. So we have a sponsor. It's Burnett Embroidery and Screen Printing. So what they're doing is once at the end of the last day of each month, we're drawing a name from the birthdays of that month. And then that person is winning a gift card, and then they can reach out to Mark or Kathy.
Yep.
And, they can say, I want a hat or I want a T-shirt or, there's a number of things. Like they do golf towels, just lots of different things.
Yeah.
And you can choose whatever you want. You just reach out and they'll put it together for you, color that you want or whatever. You just talk to them. And we're very grateful to them for doing this. So I learned my lesson. We're not going to put 97 names in one time in order on the page the last day of the month. So this issue is the first week of March. So we put all the birthdays for the first week. Next issue, the second week of March.
So get your birthday in if you have a March
Get your birthday in, look on Facebook, and just write it down. And please don't tell me that your birthday's in July or August, because I'm not going to remember.
Yeah, we're looking for March.
We're looking for March. We're looking for this particular week of March as well.
Speaking of March, there's some sales deals going on in March.
Yep, take it away.
Hey, there sure is. Hey, everybody, Sean here. I want to thank all the businesses that have advertised with us for our March Madness sale. It is still going on. Just $17 a week will get you a 2x2 ad in the paper.
For the rest of March.
Yeah, for the rest of March. Some reasons to advertise with us. Meade County population is growing, and the more I take these calls from our readers and the subscribers, the more I realize like how passionate and how close they read the newspaper. They pay attention to the ads, you all, and that is a good way to stand with your fellow businesses as well, to be seen. So yeah, again, $17 a week will get you a spot in the paper 2x2. You can call me at 270-422-2130. And then my trusty partner in crime, Jaden, her number is 270-422-2130. So call either one of us. We'll take care of you, and we'll get you all squared away.
Yeah, and let me just say, I have lots of respect for them and their job now. I facilitated the man basket for Valentine's Day. And so it was my idea. And so Stephen was like, well, if it's your idea, then you take care of it. And so I did. I had to call businesses and I was like, hey, do you want to donate so-and-so? It's for our man basket. And then I had to put together putting notices out there asking women to write in about how they met their fella. And we got lots of that feedback and it was wonderful. But after my experience with that, I was like, oh my gosh, these salespeople. So when they call and they're, talking to you and they're trying to make each one personal, they're not reading off of a card or anything like that. I listen to them. They don't say the same thing to each business. They do say the basic, like,
This is how much it costs.
Yeah, well, my name, and this is what we're doing, da-da-da-da-da. But it's $17 a week during March, and we call it March Madness for a reason. That's insane. I can't buy me and Eddie 2 McDonald's meals for $17.
100%.
I mean, I just can't. And so,
I've tried to make it as cheap as we can and offer opportunities for all of our small businesses.
I mean, that is crazy cheap. And then,
especially because businesses struggle to do marketing and advertisement outside of what they have available to them independently through social media. But you only got 1,700 people following you, and here we've got 3,000 in distribution on a newspaper. And
well, and then we put it online. You know?
The newspaper is online. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And so you can, people see it there. And then also, like some of the businesses, which I think is brilliant, they're like, well, can I mention this ad and you get $2 off? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
you sure can.
Yeah.
Put a coupon in the paper.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We have some of those.
Right.
This week as well.
Do you have some in this week's? Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll go if I think, I've got to run out and get a quick meal, and I have a $2 coupon. That's where I'm going. I'm going to go ahead and go there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially in the paper. Interesting too is we're going to come out of March, so the 17 deal is going to go away here rapidly because you got to get it in before Friday if you want to get next week. So next week there's only 3 weeks left. So there's 3 weeks left if you get it in before this Friday. There's 2 weeks by next Friday, and then there's only a week. But then it's going to roll us right into April. And if you donate a basket of $20 in value or greater, you can get the discounted rate to advertise. A basket and $60 will get you 4 weeks of advertising. Same deal, two by two. And for a basket donation of $20 value or greater and $60, you'll get 4 weeks run of a 2x2 ad in the newspaper. Again, that's a stellar deal. But the baskets, you want to tell them who's going to be eligible for the baskets?
Yeah. So any business actually, and even an at-home business, anything you possibly do, anything you want to advertise, you can use a basket. If you don't want to put together a basket, you can get a big stuffed animal. As long as we are looking for a $20 value, just because we need.
Yeah. Who's getting the baskets?
Oh, kids and some adults. We're going to do both. I've got a picture of it somewhere in here. And so we are having a coloring contest. Watch it be on the very last one. No. Sean, you're not helping me here. You're like, I'm going through
That's all
here.
right. So it's a coloring contest.
is.
You got to submit your picture of your coloring pages.
There we go.
They're in the paper.
This one's for the adults.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of work right there.
That's a lot of work. You can use colored pencils for that. A lot of people like to do that anyway.
I would rather use pencils and markers. It always goes through.
Oh, yeah, me too. And then this is for the younger children, or maybe this one's for the younger children, this is for older children. But right down here, you fill it out.
Yeah.
And then so this was enormously popular last year. I can't speak on any other year because last year's the only Easter I was an employee of the Messenger, and you as well. But remember, it was hugely popular.
It was?
I think we had 40-something baskets.
I took a lot of photos of those kids with the baskets and did some photo editing.
And they were thrilled, and we had and it was fun for the adults because we had baskets that were full of stuff for like car washing stuff and beauty products.
Sure.
We had one basket, I remember it had a lot of Ray Dunn. So you boys probably don't know what Ray Dunn is, but it's she does a lot of dishes that are white, and then it's got little quirky letters on it, and it'll say like salt, pepper, sugar, and so somebody had put some Ray Dunn stuff in a basket, and it got picked. And when you come in, you just pick whatever basket that you want to pick, and then whether it be an adult winner or a child winner. So, but they're pretty fun. It's a great way to just be involved in the community, to do stuff. It could be anything. I think I know for sure that Doe Valley's going to put together a basket for you guys, and
Very good.
And I think last year a couple of the after-school care programs or child care programs, they put some stuff together. So
That's sweet.
yeah, we had one basket that was full of makeup.
Ooh, like
Skincare. It was skincare and makeup and stuff. I can't remember the name of the company, but I do kind of remember the person who did it. But they work from home, like they have a home-based business, and so they did it. So I thought that, and somebody gave a couple of coupons where they could get a couple of dozen cookies, but the cookies were, those really fancy iced cookies that people make. Yeah, you could get some of those, and so they could use it for a birthday party or an event, something like that. So
very cool.
Yep.
So, community calendar, Sean, on the discount. Sorry, before I jump to community calendar. So, they've got March.
Yep.
And then they've got this deal in April, and you guys are also promoting because tonight is the Fair Board dinner, which I'll
be
at.
there.
Okay, good. And we've been asked to do the Fair Catalog again.
Yep.
So, yeah, and those ads are currently going on right now and stuff too. So I guess if you want to get in the Fair Catalog, the prestigious Fair Catalog, you need to get in touch with you or Jaden, correct?
Yep.
What
call
else
me
are you
or
guys?
Jaden.
What else are you guys working on outside of that?
Ooh, all kinds of stuff, Stephen. Yeah, we're also, we're calling around, talking to funeral homes. We're trying to put a little section together for basically like morticians and funeral home directors.
What's coming up with all them?
It is the funeral home, mortician, and director's day.
Oh, what day is that?
I do believe it is on 3/14.
So if you're in the funeral home business and you are coming up, the week of the 14th of March is the funeral home directors well, if you're in that industry, if it's going on, and I think we're recognizing that, Earlene, with some news information about that field and stuff. How's that going to turn out?
You mean for the funeral home?
Yeah, for like the publicity side of it.
So actually, what we're wanting to do, we're wanting people to just share their particular business. You know, so there's a difference between funeral homes and morticians,
Right.
and maybe just talk a little bit about what's needed, because the thing is, unless you've really been involved or you've been involved in estate planning or whatever, you don't know. You don't know. When
Yeah,
you're
and
gonna
don't
need
wait
them.
until the time comes to go visit the funeral home. It's
Because
too late.
well, and that's what happens with lots of people. They just don't have the, and even if they think they're prepared, they're not.
Yeah.
And so I thought one of the great things was Sean was talking to someone, and the lady said, "I could just cry that you're even asking." You know, nobody realizes how hard this is for us, or because they deal with the sadness all the time.
It's a sad business in a way.
It is. It really is. I mean, there's good things to it because they're helping people work through their grief and showing them the way to do that. But
Peacefully laying someone to rest is an honorable profession.
so what we were hoping to do is put them all together, so it's almost like, okay, I need this now, and then here it is.
Yep.
And then and it makes it easier to make a phone call if you've got it right in front of you, especially if you know it's somebody that wants to serve Meade County.
Now, there's another week that's coming up that kind of gets after like our industry for beauty and all that other stuff.
It's actually called Smart and Sexy Week.
Smart and sexy. Are you
Smart
kidding
and
me?
Sexy. Yep. No.
Who came up with this?
No, it's a thing. It's a thing. Wait.
Shut the front door.
No, I'm not. And so, first of all smart women are sexy. It doesn't matter what their hair
Why
looks
does it gotta
like.
be a woman? Why can't it be a guy?
Because it's Smart and Sexy Week.
Well, can't guys be sexy?
I guess they could, but all smart women. I'm gonna do this.
So the only thing that shows up when I type in "smart and sexy week" is a whole bunch of women in brasiers.
Exactly. So,
This is not making sense to me.
So,
okay, go ahead.
let me finish.
I'm gonna let
So, Smart and Sexy Week. So, first of all smart women are sexy. I don't care if you wear makeup or don't wear makeup, or if you've got bushy eyebrows or your eyebrows are tattooed on, or if you've got great hair or not, whether you get a pedi or not, it doesn't matter. If being smart is sexy. So, but the basis of this week is it's if you have cosmetic tattoos, or if you have skincare products, or if you're someone that works on hair or anything like that. Even if you have a home-based business and you want to advertise with that, this is a great time to do that, because we don't know a lot of people. I hear people saying all the time, "Oh, I wished I could find someone who really does a good job on short hair," or "I wished I knew someone who knew how to style super curly hair." Because they can't find that. There's people who have different hair textures, really thick hair or really thin hair, or a lot of people when they're my age, whether they're men or women, their hair starts to thin. So they're looking for someone that can help them do that. And that's what this Smart and Sexy Week is. They'd put together, again, like a half page or something like that of different businesses that work towards that. So that's kind of what we're working on. Each week we'll choose two different things. So this past week, it's the funeral homes and the Smart and Sexy. Next week, it's spring and something else. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I had to look at my list.
Yeah, and so they're calling businesses that are related to that. And so we wanted Sean to take over Smart and Sexy Week. We wanted him to call and say, "Hey, this is Sean with the Messenger. I want to talk to you a little bit about Smart and Sexy Week."
I could see it. Hi, this is Sean. I'm with Smart and Sexy Week. I'd like to get you to advertise. I could see how that would
Yeah,
come.
but he turned that down. He was like, "Jaden's got it.
Yeah,
Jaden
I
can
couldn't
do
do
it."
that one, y'all. I couldn't
Yeah,
do that one.
I know.
My goodness.
But anyway,
So it's interesting as I quickly go through here. Back in the 1980s, smart people were called geeks and nerds and all that other stuff. But
Right.
now smart is sexy. And
That's
so you're supposed to take the time on that special day, Smart and Sexy Day,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure you polish off the old resume and make sure you're getting paid for the work that you do, because it's a fact that actually smarter people tend to earn more. Smarter people can make their partners more curious about the world, and smarter people can challenge people to become better versions of themselves.
smarter people are also very sarcastic. Smarter people come back.
Well,
with,
you get to deal with that every day.
Well, I'm pretty smart. Smarter people come back with quibs very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in conjunction with this is National Women's Day. Yep. And
You're
so,
kidding. On the
think about
same day.
Well, 50 years ago, maybe 75 years ago, I probably wouldn't have been the editor of the newspaper because it was considered a man's job. You know, and there's so many other things, like up until as recently as the 70s and early 80s,
it's
women.
not just Women's Day, it's International Women's Day.
Exactly. Women could not get a loan without their husband's permission. There's so many things that women could not do just a few decades ago that we can do now. Now, I'm not a feminist in any way at all. I love for my husband to take care of me. I love for my husband to be the head of our home. I love that he opens doors for me and all that other stuff. But I am still pretty strong, pretty independent. I give him a run for his money without a doubt. But women have we have so many more privileges now than we had before. We have so many more opportunities than we've ever had in our knowledge. And in some ways, that's challenging for us because more of those decision-making skills fall on our shoulders. You know, we can't really blame anybody because we have the opportunity to make those decisions.
Well, I'm always been in my military career promoting women because women have had a strong fight in the Army.
Yeah.
And I continue to do that. That's why I was kind of, most of my arguments when we talk about men and women's sports and stuff like that, I'm like, how could you be for something that takes away from all the hard work that
Right.
the women have worked hard for over the decades? And now you want to, it's okay to, if you're a woman and you're for this and you're okay with all, this doesn't make sense.
I know.
But I am glad for International Women's Day and sexy, smart, sexy
Smart and
Sexy Day.
Smart and sexy.
Smart and Sexy
Both.
Day.
Yeah.
Both.
Community calendar is, it gets bigger every week.
Well, it does, and Nancy fusses every week that it gets bigger, but this is going to be a good lead into something else I want to talk
good.
about a little bit. So we have the community calendar goes from March 7th through March 13th, and you guys can pick this up. You can find everything from church things to karaoke to bowling to meetings for different kind of situations. And then just all kinds of fun stuff. So just look through this. We even have things that is practical, like income tax assistance. We have that on there. Tammy Beasley handles this, and she has done a phenomenal job with this. I handled this for the first month or two, and I will say it's exhausting. It's a lot of work to gather all this information and put it in one place. And she just knocks it out of the park every single week.
But we've done all the exhaustive work so that you don't have to go all over the internet to find
That's right. You can get it right
50,000
here.
social media sites
Yeah.
to figure out what's going on. It's right there
It's right
in the
here.
newspaper.
So that leads me to my next thing.
Go.
This was my editorial this week, so you have to pick up this week's paper so you can read that. So I was just wasting time looking on Facebook the other day, and I came across this thread from a local social media, and they were talking about how there's just nothing for anybody to do around here. It's terrible that we have to drive half an hour just to find anything to do. The kids have nothing to do. There's nothing for teenagers to do. There's nothing for kids to do. And I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, are you kidding me? What do you mean there's nothing for you to do? First of all, what is it that you recommend? So I go through, and I bet it had like 300 comments. And people were saying, we need an arcade. We need, no, you don't. You don't need another reason for a kid to play a game. You just absolutely do not. You just don't.
Although it's $1 billion industry and they have it at their home, so why do you need an arcade for it?
Well, they don't need it. And not only that, history.
It's the lights, Stephen. It's all the
Yeah,
lights.
right here in Brandenburg on the bypass, it has been proven they had a movie theater and it got torn up.
Yep.
I mean, it got vandalized and torn up. We had a skating rink. It got vandalized and torn up. You know, we've had, I don't know how many arcades that just went down the tubes. And besides that, we don't need to, and somebody said, well, we need a teen center so they can have,
What's you got the Meade County
MAC.
MAC?
Well, that's not a teen center.
I know, but
And it's
got
not even teen friendly. I mean, really, it's
got
not.
it.
It's sports friendly. But the thing is, there's all sorts of things. We have amazing churches with amazing outreaches. We just reopened the bowling alley, and there's pool tables in there. You know, we have lots of things to do. First of all, we live in one of the most gorgeous, naturally gorgeous areas in the entire United States. Right here, you've got Doe Valley Lake, you've got the riverfront, you've got Buttermilk Falls. There are countless waterfalls that you can climb. There's all sorts of creeks to go in. There's that mountain biking club that's going on here.
And then you got all these social events that are going on.
All the time. That's right here. All the time. So it's not that it's not here. It's that people aren't using it.
Do you know one of the churches locally does pickleball?
Oh yeah. And that's huge. I mean, you know, they can go over to Doe Valley. They can use the lake over there. They can go to the
Golf course?
Golf course, the basketball court. There's a pickleball court, tennis ball. You know, there's all sorts of things. There's lots of parks everywhere. Someone did say, well, I think we should have a playground similar to Hayeswood, the one that.
It was like a $1.5 million playground.
Yeah, but we don't have to have one that big. We could have a smaller one. And then the other thing is, I do think this, and I'm sure that the mayor will be so proud when I say this. I do think we need a public pool. We need a public swimming pool here in Brandenburg.
Indoor.
No.
Indoor.
No.
So the swim team has a place to go.
Well,
There you go.
that would be okay, but maybe, now that you say that, maybe. But we do need something because smaller communities than what we are have been able to support a small size, you know, like what are those things called? Swim parks. Swim parks with a splash pad and things like that. We need that. I do think the other thing I really do think is that we could support a trampoline park. I really do think that. Like a real one.
Yeah, like
know.
the one up in E-Town.
Yeah, and there's one at the end of Dixie Highway, too. I mean, I have taken so many children to trampoline parks that I really do think that we could support that. I don't want another Blazers here. Blazers is fine, but I don't like going in there. It just makes me crazy. But it's very popular, and they do very well. But
I don't know. Those buildings are expensive to heat and air condition, so.
well, just all that bling, 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 and ding, 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 and whatever. It's
That's an arcade.
they've got noise on everything in that place. I've gone to a couple of birthday parties in there, and I'll just find a little quiet place to sit down and watch them all lose their minds.
Jump, jump, jump. I've tried the wall that you have to run up and then grab the wall like you do on the.
Did you do it?
No,
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah.
Splat. Fell flat.
Well, my point is that there's plenty of things right here for people to do. You guys read my
Absolutely.
edit, and I might have been a little snarky on it because it was just so funny to me. It's not been that long since I was 12 years old. I remember exactly what I did every summer when I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, and I didn't have anything special. But we did have a public swimming pool back then too.
Yeah, I thought we did have one over by the Mac, but I guess not.
No, we do. We have one at the Mac, but it's not public. And I'm talking about like a public pool where it's like $3 or $4 to get in, not
Slides,
$8 or
a couple of
whatever.
slides maybe.
Yes, yeah,
bring-
exactly.
You bring your packed lunch, and it's a great day.
That's right.
That's right.
He's right.
So it is yard sale season. I want to put that out there too.
So would the $17 thing be okay for a yard sale?
No, actually, for $10, you can get a little 1 inch by 1 inch yard sale. It's just your name and location. It says yard sale, and you put the address on there, so you can fold the paper in half, and you got this whole list of yard sales in one spot. And you don't have to, you could open up the paper, fold it over, and there's your yard sale spot. But it's that time of season, so if you know you're going to do some yard sale this fall, I can't think of a better way than to do it in the newspaper, especially for $10.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a
Give me a call.
classified.
Can't beat that. I have to do a retraction right now.
Go ahead.
Are you playing the music?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're retracting. We've got 2 minutes.
The Doe Valley Lake is not open to the public.
I was going to say, Doe Valley's not open to the public.
I've just gotten a message. I just got a message, and he was like, baby, don't be telling people that Doe Valley is open to the public.
The golf course is open to the public.
Yes, the golf course is, and the restaurant is, but you would have to be sponsored in by a member of Doe Valley to use the Doe Valley Lake. So I hope that's okay. So
he probably gave you a thumbs up. I think he tried to text me at the same time.
He probably did. Like,
can you please tell her no? No, it wasn't me.
She's running her mouth again.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Eddie. Thank you, sir.
No. Earlene, thanks for the great work. Sean, keep up the good work. If you're looking for some help with your local advertising, I think we've got the right team and the right folks in place. Give them a call. We've got so many programs that we can offer to help your small business advertise, promote, from direct mailers to social media updates to our own internal advertising platforms, etc. And obviously, it is a lot of work, Earlene. I don't know how you do it with all those writers out there, but trying to cover all the news. It's the news across the Meade County nation. Big surprise in the paper this week. Don't be afraid to pull it up.
Make sure you look for it.
Make sure you look for it. Chime in and see if you noticed it.
We also have a little write-up about Ash Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So you might, if you've ever wondered what's that all about, tomorrow's a good day for you to find out. Stephen Spahn will lead you down that path.
Absolutely. You guys have a great night.
Later.
Bye. Thank you.